Good morning. It is 6:45. I'm only out of bed 10 minutes, although I slept like shit. I woke up at like 4, thinking it was 6, half 6. Felt really well rested. I checked the phone and it was like half 4 or so. It was just so bright, actually, weirdly enough, at half 4 that the light coming in was waking me up. And it was even when I was sitting in bed, half 11, 12, it was still crazy bright, and I was hearing some noises outside in the car park. There was people still coming and going at that time, so it kind of kept me awake. So sleep wasn't great. A little bit of a headache. I hope it's not from that one beer that I had. It's crazy foggy, and it's actually quite chilly. I didn't anticipate that. So I've had these two things open overnight. So I was a bit cold, but you see that? So, one thing that I didn't see last night with the fog was this very clear steps. So at least I know that's the direction I'm going. And that's all I'm kind of working off of at the moment. I'm going to close all these blinds up. Oh, God, like with how nice it was yesterday, I'm really surprised at this. Which is probably a stupid thing to say. Yeah, I don't know. Because this is the warmest thing that I have. Now this is nice and warm, and I don't doubt that when I get moving I'll be grand. But I don't have a jacket or anything. Well, I have that one jacket that I robbed, but we shall see. It'll be grand. It will be grand. What I do want now is my oats, and once I have that, and once I pack up that little bit of food, I will be totally fine. A few snacks there. Where's the bed? No, it's marked for 6 hours, which is pretty good, pretty okay. But I've seen on a lot of these things that people kind of lie about these numbers. People kind of lie about how long it takes now. I'd imagine there's a fair degree of consensus comes up, and it might take like an average, but you wouldn't know. See, this is the thing that I'm talking about, that I straight up just didn't notice in the past. Not too bad. Now, just doing some last minute checks. I have my cap on, I have my SPF on, I have some gloves, I have like a neck warmer thing. Don't have a waterproof jacket or a jacket in general, but I'm optimistic. I think we'll be fine. My boots on, I have my compass. I don't have a map though, so the compass is a little bit redundant. Yeah, we're gonna set off. My battery and all is squared away. Yeah, I'm gonna close up some of these blinds. Give the impression that somebody is in. Nice bit of bog here. Ooh, I met a very helpful lady there who pointed me which direction, because you're at the base of the loch. You could go either left or right. So I think the loch is on my left, but visibility is still very poor. But she said she reckons it'll lift by like 9 o'clock and the visibility will improve a whole lot more. So here's hoping. Decent bit in. Mist is starting to lift very slowly. Not up to the first peak just yet. We're doing alright. Ooh, the sun's starting to come out. Mist is lifting. Very nice. I was worried there for a while that it'd only get worse. But it's clearing up nicely. It's 10 to 9. That old lady said mist would probably clear around 9. So I think she was fairly spot on. Whew. Still not up that first peak. Feels like it's midday with this sun, but it's 9 o'clock. But the scenery is stunning. There's a pack of German fellas coming behind me. I don't want them to overtake me, so we'll keep moving. Carrantouhill up there. So I don't know if that counted as a peak, but that was the first one done anyway. And there was a little small collection of stones beside it, beside that second one there, so I don't know. All I know about this route is it does the 3 highest peaks, and it's around Coomloughra Lake, which is over across to the left there. Should see it now again in a moment. So the first stretch was pretty tough. Is that just long ascent up the Hydro Road and then up Caher West, I think that was. Don't quote me on that. It should be grand now, maybe a little bit technical, if not a little bit slower, so it'll be easier on the legs and the lungs. It'll just be a technical thing, as I said. You should be able to see Coomloughra Lake here now. Yeah, that's it. And you can see I met that Polish couple up there. They were sound. They parked all the way down here and walked all the way up. Yeah, that mist has lifted really nicely. So this is the business now. I'm layered up in the LSBF, glowing. I don't need a fucking high vis.
So yeah, this is tops. And I'm wondering, I will turn this back on when I get to Devil's Ladder, because when we did that, this was actually that last time that I was hiking was the 1st of January, I think. We did Carrantouhill for down to Ireland, and there was a couple of ways we could have done it, but it was fairly icy and quite cold, and we actually found that the Devil's Ladder was probably the safest part, as opposed to Heaven's Gate or whatever that other side is, or coming down this longer way. There was more a function of time with the longer way. Jesus Christ, could have done with the second hand there. Yeah, from a time point of view and from a technical point of view, Devil's Ladder was the safest bet. So I'll turn on the old camera. I'm going to turn this fucking thing off because I need my 2 hands for this. Now, so you see those 2 peaks? The one on the right hand side was the first peak we did. Right down the bottom here is Devil's Ladder. So coming up to Carrantouhill there now. Oop, slipping a little bit. So I believe Heaven's Gate, if I continued straight down here and go down, your Heaven's Gate or whatever it's called is down there. That group of lads is there, that's the top of Devil's Ladder. And this section ahead, I'm not sure what it is. It's kind of the zigzag pattern we were considering going down the last time at January, but it was just getting a bit dark, and I'd say that takes a deceptively long amount of time. Did that improve things? Maybe. So Carrantouhill is done. That was sound. That was grand, to be honest. Got busy there. So that's Caher West, where I started. And I followed along here, up at the top. And I went the far side to Carrantouhill. I thought I'd have to go down towards Devil's Ladder and come back around the ways. But apparently not. So I saw this fella setting off from Carrantouhill with a pair of sticks. He looked like he knew what he was at, so I stopped him, and he had barely a word of English. I asked him, do I go this way? He goes, no, this way. And he goes, my English not so good. And I set off and I was like, cheers man, best of luck. And he stopped and he shouted back and he's like, this middle part, very tough, be careful. I was like, thanks boss. So we'll be grand. So I think I'm breaking this more technical scrabbly bit up into 2 parts. You can see the top of Carrantouhill there, you might be able to see it with the cross. Came down this very, very sketch part. Now there is a bit of a trail down a bit lower that leads you up to here, and I think this is the second, more sketch part up to, I don't know which peak it is. So there's the three highest peaks, right? There's Caher West, there's Carrantouhill, and whatever this is, I don't know what it's called. Actually, funnily enough, if you look there and you see the cross by Carrantouhill, some of you might know there's a sign a little bit further down, maybe 10 meters or so, a big skull and crossbones saying do not fucking come down here. And judging by this, I can see why. So 1, 2, and you see this little small lake bit here. Down there, there's a stream following down to the road, and down to that road is where I started. And I walked up along here. That'll be Caher West. Carrantouhill is behind me, and I'm on this, whatever the fuck this is. That old fella wasn't lying. This is fucking tricky enough. So I just scoping out a few options and just chilling out, taking my time. So a certain portion of this trip is over. Carrantouhill, Caher or Caher West, I don't know, and Beenkeragh, I think. I don't know which is higher now, Caher or this yoke. Carrantouhill is the highest. That's magic there now. You can see this zigzag in the mountain, and then at the far side, if you kind of cut right through there, you'll see the Devil's Ladder. I'd be tempted to go across there and to look at it, but I'm not arsed. Not arsed. Feet are sore. It's a hungry man here, and still a bit to go to get down, so I might actually have a snack. And like I said, this is the smaller lake then down the top, so I'm going to go along this ridge. Looks fairly manageable now, but I've been fooled before, and coming down then into it, down into the car park. So we're laughing. We are laughing. We'll have a snack and we'll carry on. Yeah, this way back isn't too bad. A lot of small little climbs. A little bit scrambly at times as well. If this thing turns around. This kind of shit. So there's a really good view there though. So that's Caher. We came up there. You probably can't see it, but I can see the little kind of beehive thing up the top along the bones. Oh yeah, Jesus, that was a fair while. So Carrantouhill is this kind of first lump, and in between that and Beenkeragh or Beenkeragh or whatever is all that bony shit. I came up and down into here we are. We're doing alright. I don't know what we were like time wise. Took a few just little breaks, which you fucking absolutely should. Take whatever breaks you need. I'm not out here to be a fucking hero, to be honest. No, you know what, I'd murder a good swim after this, unless I fucking cramp up and drown. Well, that's been a huge pain in the hole coming down that fucking thing. See, I tried to cut along the side, and just my ankles were getting bent up. There's no set path, so I just said I'd make my way up to the top of it and come back down the intended way, and still I wasn't able to find a track till a few minutes ago. There's the track there, but it's still coming down now. It's tough. It's tough on the knees, and it's getting fucking warm. Like, it's 1:30 now, and I'm a ginger cunt. So I've topped up the sun cream now a couple of times, so I'm not gonna die or anything. But nope, very much enjoyed it. Very much fucking done as well. So let's get the fuck out of here. Oops, it is. Bam. Back down on this long road with it, which actually has a great view, but sure, we didn't see it, of course. Fucking fog. But I remember it being a fairly long slog, so we'll see. A good day. Whew. We are done.